Welcome back. Just Play Better. We are in the cut, the deadly cut. Round 3. We've got Joey, who'll be running as Essa. We've got Rjorb's first appearance on stream as Orko. I'm Jaiden. Who am I here with?
Who are you here with? It could be anyone, really. It's a mystery to the ages. I don't think
Why
there's a
does
way we
that
could tell.
pro never ever worked one time in these entire videos? It's like, I feel like we should have that down, but we don't.
Should have what down?
Anyway, the part where I go like, and I'm here with, and you just
No,
jump in.
sometimes you're about to tell a story and I don't want to jump in and interrupt your story,
I'm
Jaden.
not. I feel like that's clear when I say, "Who am I?" You think I'm going to tell us anyway? This is a good game. We shouldn't ruin it by.
Well, no, I agree. This probably is a good game. I played against
Essa into the deadly Orko, always interesting. I think we've seen this Essa list before. Very, very sleek. Very, very
Yes.
a lot of
Yes.
hits, a lot of core damage. Mayfly, Botulus, and Bankar are your way of getting in to servers. Some big high impact run events to sort of sabotage and get some Actuses.
No, I liked Rjorb's deck as well. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
I played against him in the actual tournament. I
cool.
lost. Close game. That was a really good game. I know. That was a fun one.
That's good.
So yeah,
Looks like,
tell us
a bit about this deck then that you played against. What's its strategy?
I think it's pretty obvious.
Oh, okay. It goes without saying.
I think if I played Runner or Corp against them, I just know I played against them. It was a good game, and then they were showing me their decks.
So we got there's 3 Scatterfield, 2 Manigum, and we got the full 3 Spin Doctors. Not always a given in these decks. We've also got an Adelaide, Money, Ice, a lot of cohorts, 3 Moonpool, 3 Fart.
Looking good.
We got 2 Project Yagi Yuda, a Longevity Serum, and 3 Regenesis. So probably looking at making Regenesis plays and then also fast advancing some 3/2s with those Moonpools.
Yep.
Yeah. So not the most lethal.
Not the most lethal, but
definitely one I think score.
Good eye.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah,
reminder, we got Ahia bands, 3 clean getaway just for money. We're spending influence of that, and then 2 air blades, which are pretty key in this matchup to sort of prevent some of that net damage. 2 copulation, also really, really helpful to sort of perhaps pick up some of those assets or clear out the hand. We'll see if those come into play. Both of these players are on 1 life, so this will be a winner continues, loser, their journey ends here sort of situation.
That's true.
Stakes Netrunner.
That's it, Jaden.
It is high stakes.
It is high stakes. Yeah, this is a good tournament, I will say. It was good playing again in the first time in a long time. A lot of fun players.
I think we're deciding about whether or not we're keeping some opening hands here.
That's true. This one you could actually hear the raw banter, but I just muted every video because it was easier.
We got
otherwise.
2 Mayfly, a Banker, a Gamble, and a Running Hot, looks like, in that hand. Would you keep that?
2 Mayfly, a Running Hot, and a what, sorry? And a Banker.
It was a Sure Gamble and a Banker, I believe.
I probably would, I think. Just looking...
Yeah, I think early, obviously that Banker is like, often... it's a mixed bag playing into this specific ID, but you really do, I think, want to see it early when you have so...
Yeah, no, I think I'd want to keep it.
To it.
Ooh.
Yeah. See Rjorb kicking it off, installing and icing an asset, and not icing an asset, in fact. Installing an asset.
It's just really to make you commentate, really pay attention to it.
I'm assuming an asset could easily be an agenda and something else on the table.
Yeah. Ooh.
And it is indeed an asset. I am a genius of Netrunner.
I've heard that about you, Jaden. Genius at Netrunner, especially in a commentating position.
Yeah, that's probably my...
if anyone wants to know the optimal play at any point in time, you can ask Jaden, and he'll give you always the optimal play. You have his guarantee.
Dropping that Mayfly.
I like it. Nice Mayfly.
Really? Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Are we going to try and challenge this remote, do we think? 4 credits? Most of the ice in the deck could be rezzed. That's just the size and 10 the Botos couldn't be, but an enemy. Yeah, Tattoo Bowler makes sense.
Yep.
3 of those in the list. Fly Swatter could be also be Scatterfields. We are going to break here, so that Mayfly
Checks
will get
out.
used up.
Yeah.
And there will be a swap to gain some of that money back. And goodbye to the first fart, at least. There are 3 in the list, so
That is true.
I certainly think we'll be seeing our twink friend again.
Oh yeah, I would hope so. But like a bit of net damage.
A bit of net damage, I suppose that's one way of describing it. Will we see the Bangkok hit the table this last click? Looking at it, yep.
Oh, there we go.
So that's going to threaten. I feel like Oyuko is not building up a lot of big servers. There's a lot of single-ice servers. Rjorb clearly reacting to that coming down. That is a bit of a change in the game and how he may have to think about what he's putting on the table.
Yes, a change in the game indeed, Jaiden.
Change in the game. Yeah, so I'm commenting the game, and you're just commentating on me.
I'm just here, really, Jaiden. Should I be here? Probably not. But yeah.
Look, if there were other options for co-hosts, we'd need to have like a real conversation. But I've simply alienated too many people.
Oh look,
We are.
I feel like we have a selection.
Hedge funding, icing HQ.
So
Bangkok's going to be on HQ, which makes sense. I don't know if we'll see a run with only a couple cards in hand.
Yeah,
I possibly want to take that Mayfly. It depends how we see that as being. So if you're Essa, how much core are you still sticking to like the same? Just take as much core damage as possible, get as many sabotages.
I think you really just Essa, but again, I'm not a great adult player.
Fair enough. We are seeing a Ghost Tongue come down, so that'll put us down to a 4 hand size. We'll see what we hit here. It's an unflipped card. Mysterious. Was it running hot?
It was a running hot.
See, looks like I think that was 2 from hand, perhaps. Sabotage. We are down to only 1 card in hand.
Yeah.
And I don't know that he's given himself. I believe he should have an egg counter for tracking those from hand to sabotage. So I misunderstand the rules, which is very possible.
It's a tough game, Jaiden. Maybe you do 1 or more damage.
Or trash 1 or more cards from HQ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And drawing up. We do have a clean getaway in hand. Looks like possibly another Ghost Tongue. Another gamble. So again, we're seeing this consistency of this list. Just some of those repeat cards already coming back. Not a lot of money on Joey's side, but I think with that Ghost Tongue and some of those econ events in hand, it won't be long before we're back.
Indeed.
And something has been installed in this remote. Definitely can challenge this with Banker, but we'll see if we want to. Like it could be some relatively deadly ice, like a size and tan, could be pretty upsetting.
Oh, no, clean getaway.
Clean getaway. We look like we're stuck with Banker on HQ, so possibly not gonna run that remote. Just checking R&D here. And I reckon that was a Hansei review, so even more money coming in the top side soon.
Nothing like a bit of money as co-op.
Yeah. Haven't got any egg counters yet. Perhaps incorrectly.
Yeah. What was that? So if the runner suffers damage, does that count as a co-op dealing damage then?
Well, no. It's about like the sabotage, like the trashing 1 or more cards from HQ.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha.
Taking the core damage is
I see.
Like self-inflicted doesn't do it. But
that's what I thought. Okay. Just making sure I'm not completely lost here. Cool. Man, just what you wanted. Those are the questions at the top level games here, Jaiden.
We can see like even the top level, these like niche interactions are pretty easy to miss, and we are seeing that Mayfly come down. I believe we do have 1 click not left, perhaps. In fact,
Ooh.
I was wrong.
I mean, yeah, if only there was a visual indicator.
Not a cohort.
To tell you, Jaiden.
There are a couple of face down cards. It could be a Regenesis play, though. I think we'd maybe see that scored a bit quicker if it were.
Nothing like a good Regenesis play.
Man, an early Regenesis can be backbreaking. I think we saw that in the other Essa game Joey's played on stream where was an early regenesis that really put him on the back foot. And we are
Yeah,
installing more servers, spreading that out. Where does this banker want to go?
that's true. Where indeed?
Looks
Ooh,
like we are going to look at that new server, potentially.
man. Again, missed opportunity to tell a joke there once again, Jaiden.
What would the joke be? What am I
I
missing?
don't know. The players were just looking like they were laughing, and
Oh, I see.
and you could have timed it
I think
so they
anytime
were.
they should be laughing, we should have said something to sort
Well,
of
yeah,
prompt
I
that.
think just so people, yeah, why not?
Barring that short gamble, so now we do have probably enough money to challenge something with Mayfly or Banker.
Oh,
But
definitely.
we are going to run. Looks like only 2 cards in hand, so an
Ooh,
anemone could be a little unfortunate, or
that's
you know,
true.
if there's a Sting or a Fuji in that remote. It is a Tattoo Bowler, which is pretty okay.
It is pretty
Will
okay.
we use the Mayfly for this one to prevent that 1 damage?
Yeah, I don't know. Whoa.
Yep. So we are gonna take the Banker there for 1 damage. Accessing with 1 card in hand is a little bit tough. We'll have to see if he pushes
Always
through.
scary, yes.
Yeah, there's definitely like the Fuji's that could be
No, no, I
lethal.
agree. 100%. Very
I don't
scary.
think there's anything else that is likely to kill him in this list.
Not
Actually,
on
there aren't
this
Stings.
list.
It's really just the Fuji's that could do damage here. But you could easily have an unadvanced Fuji on the board
Yeah,
out of Aiko with your moon pools or sort of operating as a trap
that's true.
where it looked like we have jacked out. And or the cohort. Always good to sort of get that cohort through as Aiko, and looks like a wet card has
Ooh.
gone into the bin there.
Um, it does look like that, Jaden. You caught me on the visual there first, but um, yeah. Do you count that as marking a card, Jaden?
Yeah, I have to assume this is some sort of form of cheating. Like obviously, a wet card probably you're indicating to yourself, oh, this is like
Yeah.
so
Uh,
something like that. Something
exactly.
important.
The only time you really allow wet cards is what, like a pub runner event, maybe. If then.
Pub runner or pool runner, perhaps. Also,
Oh,
you kind
true,
of have to.
true, true. I forget you. Look, we haven't had many pool runners, is all I'm saying.
No, they
It's an
haven't
easy
been the
format
most.
to forget.
You have to the amount of mats that you need to sort of use to form like a sort of floating
The fact we have
playable.
a pool runner at all, honestly,
Yeah,
I'm
not one
shocked
of
you were able to pull it off. That was a while
like,
ago now, though, wasn't it?
6 people. I think that's kind of a success. Like that's
Was that
enough just to like
2019 you
get
did
around.
pool runner?
That was 2020. It was during
Oh,
coronavirus.
so
They were
okay,
really
just
desperate.
before, yeah, just before the lockdown. Gotcha. I know it was sometime
Yeah.
around then.
All right, we've got ice on all our essentials. We are checking Spin Doctor. Bankar is back
Ooh,
on HQ, so we're not going hunt that cohort. It looks like this turn.
true.
We still don't know what this card in server 1 is. That's been sort of face down for a while.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not sure on that one either, Jaden. Any guesses?
my guess is that it's either a moon pool or it's like an upgrade, like a skunk or a void. That's just sort of
Fair
sitting there
enough.
waiting to turn into a slightly like a scoring server. But that's the thing with Ayuko. There's so many ways you can play it, so many things you can put on the table. Like it could
Oh,
easily just
definitely.
be an agenda that we're just waiting for a better time to score. There's no particular rush
Yeah.
potentially, or it might just be Regenesis that almost saw it. tempting us.
Man,
Marrow
Morrow,
coming down,
yeah.
which is I think a really important card. Something you definitely want to see relatively early to go to get that hand size back up and still put on that sabotage pressure. Just losing a duplicate ghost tongue.
That's
That's
fine.
pretty acceptable there.
Yeah, definitely
Um,
acceptable.
yeah, we've definitely been playing on 2 Fermenter as well in
Yeah,
hand, so it would be great to maybe get one of those down and ticking. That can really help sustain you as you spend sets. But also only 2 cards in hand. You often want to get up a little bit higher, perhaps,
perhaps.
just to give. Otherwise, it's just a little tricky to pressure with Bankar
Yeah, no, that's
against
fair.
these. That's how we are drawing up a little bit.
Hmm.
So we'll have to see if we are doing anything with this with this card and this remote, or if it's going to be sort of more. Oh, we're bringing the servers down. Looks like we are going to put a second ice somewhere, perhaps.
Yeah, really telegraph move there. Classic, move your servers down, build up a server. Or just
Another...
crazy assets spam. I've seen that as well before.
That's true. We could start on that second row of assets.
Which is
we
also
are
bad.
getting our extra,
Okay.
which means it's not going to be a Regenesis play this turn.
No.
Keeping two of those cards, keeping the hand full, and then looks like we might have a cohort still to fire as well. So a lot of that start of turn draw and moving cards through HQ is definitely online here for Rjorb, which has to feel pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
And still looking at that card, checking what's in the bin, which again makes me think maybe this is a moon pool. We're looking to... Oh, all right, firing a petty cash out of the bin, which feels reasonable.
Yeah.
Clickless 2 minutes there. I quite like petty cash.
It is nice. I do agree.
Subliminal messaging replacement. Like, obviously, the one thing I kind of miss about subliminal messaging is the way it would bounce back to hand. There's a moon pool in that server. So it looks like we are...
But I agree. I still... Petty cash is a nice one, though.
Crashing 2 cards, getting an egg trigger. There's nothing on the table that we're advancing, I think.
No.
No, he is installing. I think he has possibly done that slightly in the wrong order. So he's installing it and then popping the moon pool, I think, is what's happening here.
Sure.
So we're going to score something out of hand,
Ooh.
showing there's a Genesis and a Fuji going back into the deck.
I like the random mix of counters there.
Yes, it's very, very, very nice. And
lighting up so we can see it perfect.
2 solid points there getting on the board.
Indeed.
There will be sabotage here off the marrow, which is always a nice little bonus.
Yeah, sure.
Using moon trash cards out of hand, and now you're potentially trashing again.
I never play round sabotage well.
No, it's always tricky. It really helps you sort of figure out what cards in your deck are actually important and what aren't. And obviously playing Orco kind of already does that because you're trying to trash cards out of your hand.
Guess that makes sense.
And
okay, very good.
Not sure where the sabotage came from there, if we're still sort of mulling it over.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it looks like one out of hand. And we did get the egg counter for that one.
Very good.
And an install. Yep, I did have a click left to sort of install in that sort of new remote. We are going to check. It looks like Bankar is on the cohort. I think it would be good to get that fly swatter res before the fermenters come down. That can often be really upsetting to happen when you're cooking a fermenter. We are going to burn this mayfly running this remote, and it is a Managam Skunkworks. I believe this is a click 1 run, so we do have 2 clicks to sort of throw at that and clear that off.
Yeah.
And keep that.
The click trackers are mostly working, Jaiden. Look at us figure out what click it is.
And I think you have to feel okay about that trade if you're Rjorb. Mayfly off the board.
Yeah, I agree.
3/4 on that. Obviously, getting the Managam off the table for Joey is also really good. Looks like that was a steel skin hit while we're checking the cohort, so that is some good tempo back as well. And a swap there to sort of keep the money up, and cohort is going to go. So down to 0 assets on the table, lots of ice, not too much res, but enough money to sort of threaten most of it.
Yeah, enough to be a little bit scary.
We have got, looks like a population has come into hand, another steel skin, still the fermenters there. Possibly something that may have been intended to go down last turn before we had to ship off some clicks to Managam. That's one of those unfortunate trade-offs, but I think you have to sort of do it. Keep that board feeling clean. And do we think that running hot is ever going to get played, or do we think we'd rather just sort of keep our hand size up?
Yeah, I think I'd probably keep my hand size up for this sort of matchup. but yeah.
That's fair. It's again, it's not the most like
It depends.
deadly.
I also forget what's in hand as well. If like you're afraid of losing.
They don't. I mean, I think the copulation is probably really good to keep, and I'd really like to get one of the fermenters down. Everything else, I think, is pretty expendable. And 2 more jams in these remotes, so keeping the pressure on. No reses, so not likely to be a fart, but could be more cohorts. There's lots of duplicate sort of assets in the decks, like cohorts, moon pools, spin doctors, plenty of those still around, as always. There are people who do like to put agendas on the table, try and score those.
That is weird when people want to score agendas. Yeah.
It is a little. It's a little sus.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Because what
we
you're
are playing
famously a murder player. I'm also a murder player. We only go by just murdering our opponent, I guess.
and hitting that steel skins. That's a pretty fun start to the turn. So
I
running
agree.
hot,
A fun start to the turn indeed, Jaiden.
drawing a million cards with the trigger and with the steel skin. Looks like we've hit a Chastushka, a short gamble. So a few options here to play with. Just a matter of do we have sort of the money to sort of pressure these remotes and we are running archives. Bankar is on archives, so probably just trying to keep archives clear of a Regenesis play, which feels pretty fair. And it is a Sizentan, so this is going to be a huge amount of net damage potentially. Almost certainly you're calling event into Essa. There's not a ton in hand. I think there's only 2.
Yeah.
I think it's just Kashtushka, short gamble. Maybe there's a
Do some
steel skin.
damage.
So starting with the copulation. There's a short.
gamble.
Oh, and this egg is getting so loaded. And a fermenter.
It's becoming a big egg, yeah.
I'm thinking that that fermenter was an extra and a Chastushka, so another.
It is a lot of damage.
And a banker. So, wow, we had such a big hand, and now we're down to I think 1 card in hand.
Correct. Like, good counting, Jaiden. 1 card. What a
we did
man.
Fermenter, which is good, but also now like you're trying to run archives to flip those cards up and make sure there's no Fujis in there about to be scored. If there's a Fuji, you could die. So I feel like it's really unfortunate. He has to jack out here.
Yeah, it is very unfortunate.
Pretty big swing there. The corp with that Sizentan, a ton of counters and was still able to protect archives.
And then a couple. Whoa.
And we're drawing.
It.
To sort of get back up.
Again, very appreciative of the click counters in this one, especially adding more. Very good.
Has come down. So
I like to see that.
So no credit, but the fermenter will give us a bunch soon. And another cohort, second cohort has hit the board. Sort of keep cooking, keep putting more face downs in archives, sort of mocking Joey in his attempts to flip them there, and an egg trigger. So a lot of tempo coming through for the corp there.
A lot of Are you trying to capitalize with all the tempo at this point, Jaiden?
Absolutely, I think this is definitely a window to sort of push some agendas.
Yeah.
I would really like to, if I'm the corp, try and set up like a Regenesis play if possible here, just because it's going to be so tough. For Joey to go to the Sizentan and check archives. Like either Bankar, like he has 1 more Mayfly floating around he could burn on that, or like a Botulus, which, you know, for a 3 subroutine ice is a big ask. So this Sizentan is like a real problem.
It's a very annoying card, 100%.
Yeah, like especially as Essa, obviously a lot of your game plan is just dump stuff in the bin and then go through and check it. So
yeah,
it might just be a matter of you just sabotage for tempo, but you have to find a win.
You just mill them out really. At that point,
it is very doable. Like I've played a couple games of like Essa into Orko, and that Orko deck gets really thin, really fast if you sort of keep up the pressure on both sides. So we'll see how fast Rjorb can sort of get points on the board, and if Joey can keep sabotaging.
Ooh.
We're seeing a strike fund
And
hit marrow
yeah, okay.
running through E. We'll see what we spot off the top here. So it's a scatter field on R&D. You don't always see scatter field on centrals because looks like we're spending 2 to trash something. I'm guessing that's maybe
Centrals.
a cohort.
Interesting.
Sorry?
Uh,
Yeah, well, I guess you're not expecting
okay, yeah. Sorry, you missed the first part of that card. That makes more sense.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I guess in Orco you're not really expecting to put too much of a deep defense on
Sure,
like R&D. So I
that
think a
makes
scatter
sense.
field
Yeah.
just by itself is something you can feel pretty good about. Ticking that should have gone up. Start at 10. It was good. That strike fund hit was actually super handy. He would not have had credits to trash that third cohort otherwise. So
Definitely.
2 in the bin currently, I believe, unless one was shuffled back that we missed. Always plausible. If we get this third one off the table, that is a lot of Orko's momentum that we can sort of slow down. But it is a tough ask. We gotta. Looks like financially we're waiting to sort of get that fermenter to pop off. Maybe next turn 6 credits is enough, and then we might have some econ in hand we can gain. To see.
Yeah. A little
Another
bit of
egg
fermenter
trigger.
retokening.
Even with this egg trigger, I think we've still got 5 more tokens on Orko, and we are cohorting every turn, so gonna be a lot of draw for the near
Definitely.
future.
A lot of draw.
Huge hand. I think possibly both players at the table are sort of realizing it and having a little fun with that. There's just a lot of options coming through the court.
It's definitely a lot of options. Like, just, yeah, look at that.
And even more.
So,
You would think there'd be enough to maybe next turn push for like something with Moonpool or
I would think so, yeah.
build up a really formidable remote. Like I think any like 2 ice remote is going to present a real problem
Sure.
right now.
Definitely.
We'll see. I wish we might want to keep going wide with assets. Maybe looking to stick a fart or yeah. Hey, you know what? You have to play the cards you have in hand. It depends. We do see an Airblades run aside, which may help slow down some of that net damage. Is a very potentially helpful card. Maybe that's your ticket to sort of getting into archives. You can use that to soak up an entire size and tan, and then
I
check
see
off.
it. I see it. And then hope you get
Yeah,
something after
definitely
a good handful of cards face down.
a useful card that can help out in this situation. And there was also a raindrop. So we are seeing, which you can play for 0 in this situation, which is pretty good. So we're definitely seeing some ways of kicking that money back up, still getting accesses.
Yeah, the runner's not out. Yeah.
I don't think anyone's suggesting the runner's out. It's just
No.
Okay,
well, glad you're on the record suggesting they're not out, Jaiden.
I don't think they're out. And we're getting another
Ooh.
install ice and an install, so a lot more just coming out on the table horizontally.
No, I love the idea they just keep going and just we can no longer see the game.
That's an intriguing idea. It looks like
So
we're
it's what the
reconsidering.
spectators want. Ooh.
Oh, we're overriding this cohort, so
Interesting.
no more left in the deck. I mean, it's sort of done its business, and we have so many egg counters that maybe we don't need it, and we are double
that's
icing.
fair. Double icing. Another
This
server,
is going to be. Presumably, there's at least one that the second ice will end the run, so will be a tricky task.
You don't need the run ice, Jaiden.
Looks like we are sticking with Banker on R&D. We are cracking that fermenter going up to 6. Airblades on the table. Very, I think, useful tech card.
100%. Airblades here is a nice one.
And what are we going to see here? We're going to check the unice card. Presumably a spin doctor, but could easily be a moon pull or something else.
Spin doctor makes sense.
The thinking and looking at hand makes me think maybe this is a moon pull. No, it is a spin doctor.
Indeed. Hey, I had a good read on Spin Doctor. That was the face of someone about to res a Spin Doctor, is all I'm saying. From all the Netrunner I play, Jaiden.
some neck stretching action, thinking about what we might want to shuffle back with that Spin
Yeah,
Doctor. There's definitely a good number of face down cards, some of those there on purpose, some of those to sabotage, so
yeah,
there's definitely a lot of options in the bin for what we could be bringing back.
yeah. Ooh.
Over. I think this is a pretty important decision. How many? I think this will be the second Spin Doctor out of the game.
I think so. And slightly cursed, so you can't fully tell.
That's fine. Looks like we're getting a face down and another couple face downs going back in. Mysterious cards.
I see.
Yeah, I think you feel pretty good about watching those Spin Doctors off the table, basically the turn after it comes down. So
Yeah,
there's a little less flexibility over how that's used, but you know, any Spin Doctor that gets through and doesn't get lost to sabotage is also just a good feeling for the corp.
that's true.
One more click to run aside. Let's see where
Ooh.
if we want to put some pressure. We also do have another fermenter in hand that could just come down this
Not the
turn. Sort of
worst.
I would feel okay about that for sure.
Ooh, getting a count.
Considering how many face downs we have, and I'm going to say that's 40. It looks like 40 face downs in the bin to me. We are raindropping. It looks like we are using the air blades to just fully run
Makes
through
sense, makes sense. It's a good handful.
size and turn. So instead of taking a bunch of net damage, we're now, I believe, going to be drawing a bunch of cards out of this, and no agendas.
Oh, that is rough.
Well, it's an interesting choice to sort of check right after the Spin Doctor has popped when there's maybe he's had that chance to put those agendas back in the deck.
Yeah, it's an
possible that he
interesting
may.
choice. I do agree. I know. I like it though. Still a handful in there.
There's still like the threat of the Regenesis is so strong, and you had no other way to like check that
Yeah.
remote.
No,
That
I think it's a fine choice.
keeping it clear is, I think, pretty respectable as well. And
Yeah.
I believe that was the moon pull that we are moon pulling. The crashing Regenesis out of hand, shuffling it back in the deck. I think he's just shuffling the Regenesis. I do this all the time. Like Moonpool can shuffle other cards if you want to. You just only get the tokens for agendas. So I always forget that you can just do another card as well, I believe.
Yeah, fair enough, Jaiden. Fair enough.
But you also might not need them. So I have to see what's being scored here. It does look like that was on the runner's turn, so this could still be a Regenesis play because nothing was Trash's turn.
Sure.
We have declined to Ayuko as well, which does, yeah, that is
Ooh.
Regenesis and just a longevity serum, so not the full value sort of Fuji.
No,
But
well,
that
not
is
too bad either.
up to 5 points, and there's at least one more 2-pointer in the deck. So this is a sort of game point now at this point.
Yeah, it's a yeah.
Yes, definitely a tough spot for the Essa, and something else going in that double ice remote. To see if we'll be able to get in there or to find something on centrals.
Sure.
Looking at a bar here, Bance. I'm
I see.
assuming this is going to be running R&D where the Bankar still is.
I think that makes sense. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else we can safely get access to. And
a couple cuts.
losing a Bankar, that's fine. Losing a Strike Fund, that feels good. There's a couple good hits there. And you have to assume drawing up with Bahia bands to sort of
I assume that, yeah.
drop it and install possibly. We think we know there's a fermenter in hand. I think there's a copulation possibly as well, which might be a good way to sort of pressure that hand. Oh, we're putting 4 on it for trashing. We're not installing, it looks like.
Interesting.
And we've seen a moon pull, so we got a pretty good hit there.
That is a pretty good
always
hit
feel great
indeed.
about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Just a blind off the top going, maybe I'll hit something and crash, and that's maybe the best value hit in the deck.
Oh, honestly, a very good hit.
Yeah, I believe there's 2 Moonpool out of the game, and that is the 3rd one in the bin. So Rjorb may have to come by these points a little more honestly.
True, a bit of honest Netrunner.
Clean, honest Netrunner. Drawing up, click 2. And we are going to range off. We are going to push the remote, see if we can keep him out.
Sure.
What's this likely to be? I mean, there's definitely tattoo bowlers or Bodos around that we haven't seen too many of.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen many of them.
Like 2 no reses, and it is just another spin doctor. Interesting. So I guess didn't want to give the draw value there off the raindrops, or perhaps just didn't want to spend the money.
You're one of the two.
Could be both. And we got Moonpool and Managam coming back in, so some good
Fair
ways
enough,
to secure
yeah.
final points. Whichever one you draw, you can either make a really hard server to crack, or
Sure.
that becomes fast advance out of hand.
How do you stack the deck in this situation, Jaiden?
I don't stack decks.
Oh, interesting. Okay. The people have been asking how you stack them, and I was just making sure I fulfill that question.
It is looking like a relatively thin R&D.
It's looking pretty small, honestly, yeah.
Probably like a low double-digit number of cards. It's maybe slightly too big to really pivot to just a huge sabotage, clear out R&D, try and mill everything into the bin.
Sure.
Sort of win, but it must be pretty full of points at this point. Considering where we know Archives is clear, there's nothing on the board. We are continuing to egg, it looks like.
Yeah.
Want to mill through that deck, get some options, see what we can get back.
Yeah, bit of mill never hurts.
So many egg counters still. We're egging most turns, and there's still 6 there on the ID at least.
There's a lot on there. You're right.
And a mandatory draw.
Ooh, install.
And we got
install.
And there's a Moonpool. This could be game.
Ooh.
Moving it. We may have a good draw for the Moonpool, and then there might just be the last 3-2 in the deck that we're scoring here. 2, advance, and that is a strong win there for Rjorb. Very nicely done. Tough games for Esser, I think, but
I agree.
Well played. But a couple runs there that just where he unfortunately just sort of had to jack out after sort of
it
bank card
it was rough. Yeah,
really slowed him down, but I think made some good high impact plays as well. Just was not able to find the points. So that's the end of Joey's run. Really good run, really strong player. It was really great to have him here on the day. Rjorb continuing on to fight for the title of Adelaide Megacity Champion.
It's true.
Yeah, and it's like a fucking Fuji orb or something. Whatever, who cares? And we'll see you on the next Just Play Better.